Hello and welcome to the House of Vizsla, where we talk anything and everything Star Wars. But I I'm your host Tiger. There's no one else with me besides myself, so I'm flying solo in an X-wing, not in a Millennium Falcon. But today is going to be a very special and different episode, as you could probably tell by the thumbnail, the title. We are stepping into the DC universe. So, today we are talking about we are taking a flight with James Gunn's Superman. What worked, what didn't, and what it means for the DC reboot. If you haven't seen it, please leave. There will be some spoilers. But with that said, let's go into our first segment with the background of this film. So, we have previous Superman movies were let me get it up. So there has been a ton of Superman. So Wikipedia, there's been many different people who have played Superman within the franchise. So it first takes place with the Cine animated shorts in 1941, where there was a 2 series, and then a independent studio released the first Superman feature film, Superman and More Man, starring George Reeves in 1951. And then in 1973, the film rights to Superman's character was purchased by some people that I don't know, and multiple scripts were developed. And Richard Donner was hired to direct 2 Superman films: Superman 1972 and Superman 2 1981, both starring Christopher Reeves as Superman. So that was, and then that was the first one, and then a couple years later, there were some projects of Superman, starring different people in it, and then once they tried doing some Justice League stuff, but then the series got a reboot in 2013. We had Man of Steel, directed by Zack Snyder, starring Henry Cavill as Superman, and that relaunched the DC expanded universe, alongside Batman and other things, Flash, Black Adam. And there were cameos from other people. And then again, the DCU got rebooted when James Gunn took the gun of the DCU at the helm, and David Cornsweet is now the new Superman. So there has been a few things, but there's been films, TV shows, but Wikipedia also has an image of just the Supermans through time. So we have Cook Allen, George Reeves, Christopher Reeves, John Himes Newton, Gerald Christopher, Dean Cain, Tom Wilder, Brandon Roth, Henry Cavill, Tyler Hoechlin, Nicolas Cage, and David Cornsweet. So that is that. I feel, and there's kind of two DC universes. There's the Arrowverse, which is by the CW, of all things, and that's one side. And then there's the DCU, that is everything else, that has been restarted multiple times. So, James Gunn, when he became co-head of DC Studios after his 3 films with Marvel, doing Guardians of the Galaxy, and he wanted to do like the Golden Age Superman kind of story, and his inspiration was All-Star Superman for it. So now let's go to the cast and crew of Superman 2025. So as Clark Kent Superman, we have David Cornsweet and then Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. As well, there's some other roles, and we have Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, Alan Tudyk, who plays K2SO, was also in it as one of the robot helpers. So then what else? That's about it. Directed by James Gunn, written also by James Gunn, and Jerry Siegel, and Joe, the creators, as credited. Yeah. Also, they also announced who would play Supergirl. I gotta just find it on IDBM, which is Millie Clark for Kara Zor-El or Supergirl. So that is that. It was produced by James Gunn, and Peter Chatpit was the executive producer, and a bunch of other people. Composers was David Fleming and John Murphy. And just looking to see special effects to make sure. Sound department. Special effects was by Legacy Effects. And is there anyone else who? ILM did do some work on it as well. So that is our connection to Star Wars. But we also have Green Lantern as Nathan Famler, who was in The Rookie. So that is now. Let's go to Let's go to the story review, and this is gonna have spoilers. I don't really want to tell you when to come back, so this is the last time. Leave now or forever be spoiled. So this movie starts with kind of some text giving you the backstory of Superman, Clark Kent, and you see Superman crash land in Antarctica, where he has the Fortress of Solitude. And so, after being defeated by the hammer of some country, but that country is connected to Lex Luthor. So the bad guy is Lex Luthor through so many things. So overall, it was a cool film, and there's so many other reviews that are gonna go into the story, the plot, and spoil everything, but I want to take it a different way. So most Superman movies or other things utilize the magical hero superpower aspect of it. James Gunn did the opposite. He showed the humanistic side of Superman. So that is something. So what else? I think you should just see it. I don't want to do more things, but I think David Cole Sweat did an amazing job as Superman, even though I haven't seen any of the other Supermans. Hey, I know. You're gonna go into the comment section saying the other ones were better, but just looking at some of the other superhero movies and shows out there, I think it did a good job. It told the story, and that's different because the DCU it's rebooting again, from what it has been, and it's not. DCU is I think controlled by Warner Brothers, if I am correct, or who owns it? Oh yeah, Warner Brothers. So owns the franchise. So that is so it's not like Disney owns the DCU and is pushing an agenda. Even though every movie and Hollywood secretly does it. It was story first, characters first, and not the drama of it or who's in it. Like many of the Star Wars shows that we've gotten. So, but I want to go down to performance and character breakdowns. So, David Cornspat as Superman. I think I can't do a comparison to Cavill or Reeves, but I think he did a good job. Because even though he's taken on the mantle of all the other people, he did a good job. And if you look at kind of the bigger names that have come into Lucasfilm after fame, so we've got Sean Levy doing Starfighter. I have a feeling David Cornsweet is probably going to jump onto a Lucasfilm, onto a Star Wars project in the future. So, that's something. I think he did a good job. The motions, and then he was playing two characters. He was playing Clark Kent, this journal-esque aspect, and then Superman, this hero, this public figure. So having to go between both identities is something of itself, playing two people. And then Rachel Johnson as Lois Lane, I think did an amazing job. I do prefer Arrowverse though, but also I watched all of Arrowverse, Arrow, Supergirl, and The Flash. So I'm kind of biased towards that, of my only DC side of superheroes. So I think for the movie it stood out. I think, and then Lex Luthor, I think did an amazing job. He took the show as well as showed what a kind of showed what he could do and was the villain. I bet you he's gonna be back. He did a good job. There's gonna be something he breaks out, or this is where the Joker comes in next. And Joker and Lex get to know each other and do shenanigans. I don't know. There's always shenanigans everywhere. So I am looking forward to what's coming next. So it was filmed in Cleveland, Ohio, of all places. So that was cool. I've been to Cleveland multiple times. I've seen Public Square from the coast and everything, and it's a cool city, and I'm looking forward to see more movies that will be filmed there. So that is cool. I think color palette of the suits and the heroes changed it. You don't have the classic Green Lantern look, but you have something else. Hawkgirl looks different. But Mr. Terrific looks the same. Same kind of get up. So there's that. But the Superman costume, kind of going back to a different one, like kind of how Wolverine wore, like traditional yellow and blue. But that was something. So, and then the soundtrack. My opinion, you can't beat John Williams. He is the best, and he has a whole list of things on it. So there's that. I think there is more. There's gonna be more in the DCU. More films, more movies, sadly. No. Good. It's good. Supergirl has already been softly announced. There is gonna be a new Batman. So, and before you do a Justice League type movie, you've gotta start with your main people. So there's that. Um so but I think it is a good movie for being the first Superman movie, and I think you should watch it because hey, it's a movie. Go see it in theaters, even if you watch it and is like, I don't like the performance. Still watch it. That's the thing. Movies won't continue to be good and well if we don't show up and say good things about it. So I was trying to get some listener supported questions. Maybe I can get a few from Discord. Sadly, there was nothing. But first, I want to say thank you to the members on Discord, who is the backbone of the House of Vizsla. Um, so with that said, thank you for flying with us to a DC detour. Hey, AI said that, not me. But everything that has been happening has been good for the DCU. So, next Star Wars content will be coming out later this week with Star Wars Revenge of the Sith review. Me and Fives are looking forward to hosting that. It's going to be a fun episode with a great outline and some guests. So, look forward to seeing that. But, hey, if you made it this far in this video, hey, go down to the comments section and type Superman in it. That'll let us know if you have made it to the end. But with that said, please make sure to subscribe and join our Discord to be part of the community. And I need to get the closing slide. But with that said, may the Force. Gotta do it. May the Force be with you.